A morning. Okay, good morning. We are live not only on the air, but we are live streaming as well. What a morning. We're waiting on Bob to join in on the game. We'll get him there shortly. But until then, you have no idea what you've missed so far, people. I'm afraid to even go on to the website that I was on before because all of a sudden I got major issues. But here I am, doing what I got to do, making it happen. Yeah. And there's Stu. Stu says, yeah. Stu, am I still echoing? That's what I got to know. Stu, this is the guy I told you about. Yeah. This is the guy I told you about. This is Stu. He's chimed in on the live stream, right? So you're talking to right here a girl who is multi-talented and multitasking genius. I have so many fires in my pants right now. Not in my pants, but in my pants. Like ants in my pants, but fire, like fire ants. Oh, see, there we go. Now, there we go. One step at a time, baby. One step at a time. What was I about to do? I don't even remember. What a day. All right. So we got everything rolling now. We're talking about comedy. Is it dead? Good morning, Tyler. Make sure you check out Ty's takes on Saturday afternoons right here on 93.97 Network. You can check him out. He's got constant posting on Facebook about current events and different things he's got going on. His show consists of some talk, and you pick some music, and you go back, and they do old school and a whole bunch of different things. So there's a lot going on. Ty's been with us for about a month now, And we're waiting for Just Bob. I know, we're waiting. I sent him an invite. I don't know what he's doing. He may be making breakfast at this point. Who knows? But we're here. We're queer. That's offensive. So, yeah, anyway, comedy we're going to talk about more. We're going to also talk about some other stuff today. The comedy thing, we can incorporate the Will Smith thing into that because we need Just Bob here. You're right. And Todd chiming in. Good day to you, Todd, my longtime friend. We grew up next door to each other, for several years there, Good morning to Ron. I'm saying good morning to everybody. If you're listening on the air on the 93.97 Network app, we appreciate it. But what you could also do is turn your computer down. Go to the computer, turn it down, listen on the app, and watch on Facebook live stream. Why would you want to watch? I don't know. But do it. Who knows? You can laugh at all of my mess ups. Yeah. So I'm afraid to click on these things, man. I got all these stories, but one of them caused the demise of my computer. I didn't know you could get a virus on your computer without having porn on it. I mean, for reals. So yeah, comedy, debatable. And we're going to get, oh, wait, hold on. Drum roll, please. There's Just Bob.
Oh, my God. There he is.
Everything. Good morning.
Good morning.
How the heck are you?
Oh, I'm looking a little rough and rugged here this morning. And this
nice
baseball cap kind of looks like a pan from the kitchen, doesn't it?
Silver. I thought you were wearing the coffee cup.
It kind of looks like I'm wearing the kettle from the kitchen. I'm going to have to... Uh-huh. The hair is worse than the hat, though. So it's been a rough morning all the way around, hasn't it?
I've been saying. All right,
you've been saying. I've been hearing. I've been listening on the app. I just couldn't get connected.
I've been saying for months, 2 years now. We're going on our third year here. I've been saying you look like George Clooney and Tom Cruise, right?
You are so kind, and especially
now
this
the
morning.
People see it. Now there it is in the flesh.
Now their feelings would be hurt if they saw me this morning.
Not true.
Anyway.
Anywho.
But I digress.
We always do.
We do digress a lot.
Oh, and Cujo, Derek just chimed in. Cujo Speaks. Catch him on the Good Time show on the afternoons here. They can also watch directly on the website now, too, if they don't like or have social media. Yes. Amen. Sure. So you can watch directly on our website, 9397network.com. That's also where you go. Scroll to the bottom. Look for the voiceover contest. We've made it indefinite. We decided to make it an indefinite thing. We don't know when we're going to stop it. We've been loving what we've been hearing, but we want more.
We're like
I made
that.
up a cute one last night.
We're like that. You give us something good and we want more.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Give an inch, take a mile, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that the way we roll? It's what we're supposed to do. Now here, let's see. Let's see if I can find this new one. Just for us. Nope, not that one. This one. So like I got a cold when I'm doing that. I'm trying to do all the effects to make it sound like a big announcer, but
ta-da.
Yeah. So that's just ideas. I just do these. I'm not supposed to be the one doing them, right? I'm not supposed to be. So we're looking for people, right? Get your voice on a radio station. You could end up being the voice of the station, not just for this show or whatever, but. There, that background music was a little bit hot and cooking, wasn't it? I got to turn down now. See, I'm stubborn in some ways. I got so comfortable having the speaker on that I struggled with, because my hair doesn't allow headset. Okay? You don't touch the hair. And I go, I can't wear these 1972 headphones that are 12 and a half pounds, like the size of one of my tits.
Hey,
I got some more weight. Jesus, I can't even stand up when I'm wearing these things. They're so heavy. Of course, I'm exaggerating. But so I go, you know what? I got these cheap earbuds that I go, I'm going to try these. I can hear everything now. I can hear the background music levels. I don't have to go on the app to struggle through it. I'll admit it when I'm wrong. Jay the Great was right. Headphones are the best way to hear what's going on. So I got to have earbuds. Because when Princess showed me how to use the speaker in the old room, I was in love. Because I could have the speaker going, we could hear what was going on in the room and blah, blah. But I struggle to always know how good it sounds to the listener. So I go, I want you to hear it like superb, and I want you to not know the difference between my voice and other people's as far as levels go. Everybody's got to sound the same. And I never know because I'm ignorant.
Well, you're not ignorant, but I think and I also don't think it's quite as bad as it might sound to you, because I think there's, in the whole system here, it levels out some of the highs and lows.
Yeah,
and makes things
true.
A little more even. So while what you think you're hearing in the studio, you may not be hearing it quite the same over the app and over the web and over the radio. And
Very true. Very true.
So
I was just rolling along having a good day today, man, and it went down south. But I feel like I handled it well. I didn't break a sweat. I didn't break a tear. I didn't swear.
I was going to say, you didn't break the rule.
I've done even see, here we go. Coming from an audio engineer, there's nothing better than hearing the headphone mix. Amen.
Yep.
Amen. Now, this is a man who knows, right? This is not his first job in radio. So he knows. He's been around enough. Now, this is talking about comedy. Ronald says, I have had to change my entire comedy jokes. I tell only jokes about myself now. I did my set and killed and got fired. I made up all of these flat-chested jokes about an imaginary flat friend. I was told that there was a woman in the audience who had a double mastectomy, and my jokes offended her, and they demanded my firing. Lana Towers, who is the onstage personality of Ronald Smith, jokes are never intended to be cruel or mean. You know, thank you. But sometimes they are cruel and mean, and sometimes they're intended to be, but like sometimes you, unbeknownst to you, you tell a flat-chested joke and there's a double mastectomy victim or patient, whatever, survivor in the audience, and you know, ding. But then you start going, well, if I start doing that, then what happens if I can't make a joke about a fat person, I can't make a joke about a skinny person, buck teeth are out, fat butts are out, skinny butts are out. I can't say someone's ugly. Yeah. I can't even beauty shame them and say, man, are you hot? Right?
Mm-hmm. But you know what, though? It's always been this way, but it's never been this publicized and made this huge of a deal of. I mean, there's always been, like you said, going back to the early days of comedy and the roasts and things like that. They've been around forever. And people never used to get so bent out of shape like they do now. I mean, it's just it's a factor of the whole culture that we live in now, where everything is dramatic and triple the sensitivity that we ever used to have. We've gotten very soft in some ways, you know.
Well, very much so, and I agree. And that's one of the things. Are we too sensitive for comedy now? Do we just got to go, hey, comedy is a thing of the past? Of course not. That's silly.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, at what point? I mean, I don't know.
Well, and there's also plenty of jokes and things that you can make and laugh at that don't necessarily have anything to do with any one type of person or something in particular. I mean, you can be talking about pets. Well, then I take that back. The PETA people would get PO'd. But, I mean, yeah.
Say it. Who cares? Pee them off.
Right. Well, I mean, there's other ways of laughter, but if you have to think that hard about it, then it's not really that funny either. I mean, it should come naturally. It should be something, at least an observation that we all make, whether you think it's funny or not. In this case, in any particular case, you know, you're always going to have somebody who's not happy. But
absolutely. And the thing about it for me is this. I have thick skin. Being offended by a joke does not mean you have to be butthurt.
Right.
Right. I'll be sitting in an audience and David Chappelle starts making his statements about transgender and stuff like that. He has every right to do that. And I have every right to sit and listen or leave.
Right.
And quite frankly, he wouldn't care at that point because he goes, we already got your money, girlfriend, so bye-bye.
True.
But the thing is you can choose to be mad about it, or you can choose to not be mad. You want to hear me piss some people off? I think it's wrong for first graders to be taught gender identity. Oh my God, I'm not an ally to my own cause.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, we're talking about first to third graders.
Mm-hmm. Now
the big thing is New Jersey, right? They're going to be teaching gender identity to kids. It's really simple. Look down at your stuff. If it sticks out, even just the slightest, chances are you're a boy. If you got 2 coconuts and a banana, you're a boy.
It's an innie and an outie. You know, it's like we're not talking belly buttons here.
People get so triggered by everything. I don't mind a funny joke. Like, you can make fun of my nose. You can make fun of my boobs. You can make fun of my fat, disproportionate butt. You can make fun of anything you want. You can make fun of me being who I am. I don't care, right? If it's funny, I'll laugh. What I don't like is the negative talk. Like, people who consider them friends If you were on my Facebook page and now all of a sudden you're not my friend anymore, it's because you said something that didn't align with my beliefs. I don't care about a funny joke.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel the need to post on your social media about how wrong it is, and I dare one of these transgenders to come in the bathroom when I'm there, girl, I dust most of your fat asses, so shut up.
That's right.
But it just, I go, okay, so this person doesn't align with me. What I don't do is I don't get on their Facebook page and start commenting a bunch of stuff and arguing with everybody, trying to educate them. I excuse myself without even excusing myself. I just step out of the room ever so slightly, hit the unfriend button, and go about my day. A lot of times, they probably never even know I unfriended them. Don't care. Don't need the confrontation. Didn't do it to be confrontational. Did it to bring me in alignment with what I want to see through my day.
Sure.
Right? We control what we put on our social media pages, right? We control that so that we don't see all this other crap. We only want to see our family and friends. But we won't do the same for our own personal psyche.
Well, when you talk about comedy, too, you have to think about it with the intent. I mean, if you are paying money, you're buying tickets to go to a show or people make fun of stuff, they're making fun of stuff. They're making fun of a general characteristic or a general thing, and it's usually for a couple of minutes, and the topic rolls to something else. Get over yourself. You bought the ticket, you dum-dum. You didn't have to go. On the other hand, if you're standing in the supermarket and you're standing next to somebody, an individual, and you say the same stuff, well, now that's targeted in a mean-spirited, angry, hurtful kind of way toward an individual. That's a different story. It could be the very same sentence.
True.
And how it's used and where it's used means everything. So
I like the fact if you don't like it, don't mess with it. Right. Yeah. So if I'm around people that don't like transgender girls, I won't go around you. It's that simple. I'm not going to force myself. I'm not going to make you like me. No. Don't hurt me.
Right.
Don't impede my happiness. I'll stay away from you. I won't walk by your table and stand there. And don't you do that to me. That's all. Doesn't matter if you like me or not. I don't care. Back in the 30s, being my grandfather came from Italy, you better watch them Italians. You better watch them. They didn't come here for good purpose. Right? They watched you. You better watch these. We don't know what they are. They're not black. They're not white. What are they? They're Italians. Oh, hide your wallet. The Italians are in town. That's the way it was back then. Polish people. I'm part Polish. My grandfather came from Poland. My other grandfather, because I got two grandfathers. It's weird. And we used to do the Polak jokes, right? How many Polacks does it take to do this? What does the Polak say to this? Now people go, oh, wait, where's my yellow flag? I'm offended. So what, Mary? Go away. How's that for offensive? I have no problem with offensive comedy. I don't mind insult comics. But if it's not for you, don't listen.
Right.
However, a professional comic has to know their place, timing.
Right.
Amen, Kim says. Sometimes it is better or more in alignment with who we are. Because we're talking about that. We guide our social media pages to only see this and block that and only see this and block that, but we won't do that in our own lives to say, I can have a happy life. I don't have to see all this bad stuff in the world. I can align myself with these type of people.
Sure. And that's your choice, and you should make that choice. It's, it's your life. It's your page. It's what you want to see and who you want to be, and that's totally fine.
Amen.
But everybody else has the same choice, the same right. So, like you said, walk away. Don't turn it on. Whatever. Don't engage it. If you don't engage it, it doesn't exist.
That's one of the things that I liked about what David Chappelle did. He didn't get up on the TV and go, I want to apologize. I didn't mean to offend. He didn't explain himself. He just said, I'm not apologizing for something I'm not sorry for. I'm telling jokes. If you don't like my jokes, please don't watch. I'll be okay if you don't buy my CD or ticket. I'll make it. He don't care. So we get these, again, these barriers to our happiness to go, oh, I'm a social crusader. Okay, go ahead with yourself. Waste your time in life.
Mm-hmm. And to them, maybe they're not wasting their time in life, and that's fine too. To them,
amen.
Exactly.
Amen, Bob. You're right.
I'm just to me, it's a waste of your time. But who am I? I just don't have to listen, and
and that's the beauty of it.
And we're both good. Then you can go ahead and preach as you choose, and I can go ahead to not listen as I choose.
Oh, Lordy. Now my phone's going crazy. Oh, I'm so stressed out. I need a drink. No.
Technical shenanigans here this morning. Anyway.
Let's see here. Kim Sapphire asking a question. Where did I get my glasses? They look wonderful on you. Well, thank you very much. I got these from America's Best. Yeah. Now, I like these better. These are my normal ones. However, I can't see anything on the screen now. But thank you. I got them from America's Best.
Yours look better than mine. Because if I drag mine out, I got these. These ones were CVS fashion readers.
Nothing wrong with that.
Three for $15.
And then Derek Cujo Speaks chimes in. I'm still laughing about the flat-chested set. Don't go to a show if your sense of humor is fragile. I agree. Like, you can't sit there and be this crusader of morality, right? That's not funny. Now, if you're going to a breast cancer survivor enrichment group to help you deal with the traumas that you've gone through and the worry and the scared part and all that, we don't need comedy there. Okay, and if you do, you're definitely not talking about flat-chested or big-boobed women or nothing like that.
This is the point. Know the room and know what not to do. You could do any other kind of comedy, and it would probably be appreciated, and it would give them something, the folks in the group something to laugh at and take their mind off for a bit,
Quit being prudes. That's basically what's being said. Yeah. But we go, you can't talk like that because it hurts me. It's detrimental to my people. Yes and no. But you got to blame society, right? If you come into me and say, hey, Sapphire, go slap that person, I'm going to go, no, because I don't do that. Well, they made it legal. Now that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and everybody thought it was cool, everybody gets one free slap a week. I'll go, no thanks, I'm good. Did you know that even when there's nobody around at 4:45 in the morning, I don't speed? You know why? I follow the rules. That's it. That's why. I'm not a martyr. I'm not a saint. I'm a sinner. But I follow the rules because the rules are meant for a reason.
Right. They're there for your safety, too.
Too many people now are breaking the rules. Don't even get me started on rule breaking, because we've empowered these people we've given them the notion of empowerment to say they're not pulling us over for civil infractions on the road anymore, so we can drive like buttholes. We've empowered people to stretch how far they can take it. So now we got people shooting 33 bullets in a subway. But that's not even news. That's not even news in America. 10 shot in the subway is not news. What is news? They all lived. That's news. Come news. So 10 shot. That's not news. That's que sera, sera. Same old, whatever you say. Par for the course. Uh-oh.
Oh, you've become unplugged.
Just pulled my ears out, huh? There we go. Jesus, Lucy. Got me all excited.
I couldn't put. I'm reading the screen here. I couldn't put my pants on both legs at the same time if I tried.
What does it say? I put my pants on both legs at a time. F the rules. Multi-talented.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't do that. I'd be on the floor.
Thank God he didn't say all three legs at a time.
Oh yeah.
Oh lordy, lordy. Oh, that'll be an awkward meeting when we see each other again after that.
Wah,
Kim,
wah.
enjoy your day as well.
Yes, Kim. Thank you.
She is a Bob. You got to meet Kim one day. I met her a couple times. I know I've met her, and she's just a spirit. I was talking about it the other day. Just a very in the room with her. She's just so positive. It doesn't mean her life's perfect. It means we choose to be happy.
Right.
And then Ron says sometimes comics get slapped or worse. It's part of it. You can say whatever we want, but there are always consequences. Amen. Ain't that the truth? But that is the truth. You can say what you want, but understand when you do, especially in today's world. And if you're a stand-up comic, have you ever seen how they rehearse? They over and over and over and over again. When they're on stage, they're not even talking to you. They're just talking to you. They're doing a skit. So they've thought these through. Very, very few of their jokes are going to be off the audience, right? I mean, some will. Off the cuff, you're ad-libbing, you see people and you kind of read them. And the good comics do that. Right? You're busting people's chops.
Yeah, well, they'll pick the person in the front row, and that's the one that they make their target. Yeah.
So if you go to the that too, talking about the third leg there.
Yeah.
But you go to a comedy show, expect it, right?
Yeah.
Expect it.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if a comic would get away with, if you've ever watched The Nutty Professor, with when he's with Buddy Love and all that, and he's making fun of big Professor Clump, or the Clumps, not Nutty, the Clumps,
right?
You know, Professor Clump, making fun of him for his weight. It may not go over in a crowded room today. People might be like, "Oh, come on, come up with something better." Well, again, now you have to read the room. Now you got to go, ooh, what I thought was funny, you're not finding it funny. Better have some other jokes in your pocket to come through, because you may not want to tell the next one you're about to tell. Like if you ever watched the movie Wild Hogs, the only jokes I know are black jokes. And then, what's his name? Martin Lawrence goes, do you ever hear the one about where I whipped your butt or whatever? You know. All right, we're going to break and listen to the Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. Wow. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, there. Now we're oh, bitch. We ain't chilling. We're woo.
We pulled it together. That's all right.
All right, this works out better too, because now with the headphones, I won't get clocked by the FCC for the music. You can't hear it, but I can.
Right.
Yeah, because I like to jam out to my stuff. You're going to hear me sing it. No, I wouldn't put you through it. Bob, we come back at 8:05.
Good. Time for a wardrobe change. I'll be back.
8:05.
Okay.
Yep. And we come back at 8:05. Oh, I got a couple things I'm going to work on for you guys, but we're coming back at 8:05, but I'll be back sooner than that. But stay tight. Watch this, what I got going on. I got to put in a new video. I'm going to tell you, I'm working this stuff out as much as I can. I'm trying to get everything together. We're trying to make it so that when we're sitting here and the music's on, you guys are not looking at a blank screen. So I think it's this one. Whoops, that file's too large. Okay. Damn. Oh well, we're going to break. We'll be back at 8:05. Stay tuned. Woman kills bicyclists after uncontrollably defecating. Police are not buying this crap. I'm sorry to laugh at a story that's tragic. We're in Washington City, Utah. Good morning, Utah. How are you today? Thank you very much. A woman accused of fatally crashing her car into two cyclists and then driving away claimed her irritable bowel syndrome caused the crash. Girl, come on now. Little Berberigmus got the best of me, Your Honor. And okay, so why didn't you stop when you ran him over? I wasn't done pooping. Two brothers from California in Washington City, Utah, competing in a bike race. We share the road with bicyclists. We share the road with pedestrians. We share the road with motorcycles. We share the road with other vehicles. It's the most dangerous thing that we do every single day, every time we get in the car. There's a very good chance when you get in the car, you have a better chance of not making it home now than you ever had because you're in a vehicle. It's a projectile of death. Much like coming from this lady's bowels, projectiles of death, literally. She says, okay, the brothers have not been identified. May they rest in peace. Sorry to the family. It's a horrible tragedy. But this lady needs to be ridiculed. And not because of IBS, because of her BS. So the police make contact with the suspect, Julianne Budge, whose underpants were filled with fudge. Oh, wait, I'm not Dr. Seuss. Julianne Budge, 47, who told officers she's taking multiple medications for several various medical issues, one of which is irritable bowel syndrome. The irritable bowel syndrome has been causing her to defecate on herself without warning, quote unquote. So why are you out driving around without a Depends on? If it's been happening, it's no surprise. Like, I have not yet crapped my pants today. So if I do it right now by accident, you can bet your sweet butt it will only happen once. But if I have to drive from here to home in a little while, I'll make a homemade diaper out of my sweater. But I promise I make that promise to the world. I'll keep my defecation issues to myself. I'll go home with my tail tucked between my legs, covered in defecation. So she was driving from her home when she began to uncontrollably defecate on herself while driving. So she swerved. She knew she hit the two, but she couldn't get her car to stop. A witness at the scene said, "Didn't look to me like she tried stopping at all after hitting those two." The witness stated he followed her vehicle until she pulled over and stopped several hundred yards away from the accident. She had been admitted to the hospital the day before and had been taking fentanyl through an IV drip. She's been arrested. She failed all sobriety tests, been arrested for driving under the influence. We don't think of those things, do we? Now, we don't know anything about anything. Now, she's been arrested on suspicion of 2 counts of automobile homicide due to criminal negligence. These are both second-degree felonies. 2 counts of failure to remain in an accident involving death, third-degree felonies. 2 counts of DUI with serious bodily injury. I mean, if you're getting her for killing them, you can't get her for hurting them too. That's just my opinion. I mean, I understand the old throw the book at her. I understand that's what they mean. Throw the book at her. That means every law she broke, nail her to. I get it. But if you charged her with murder, well, then the assault charge doesn't matter. It's the death charge. Improper lane change, reckless driving, bunch of other charges. So they throw in the book at her. Rightfully so, but I go at the same time, look, if you caused death, obviously you caused injury too. So let's just take and go with that. And maybe I'm stupid. Maybe it's because that way a lawyer might go, hey, wait a minute now, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. And that's true, I don't. I'm okay with that. I'm not paid to know what I'm talking about. I'm paid to talk about it. So maybe the lawyer would go, no, you don't understand. See, the prosecutor has to try the lesser charge too. In case they don't get the harsh charge, they can get the lesser and still be held accountable to some level. See, I'm not altogether there, but I'm not altogether not there either. I have my moments of grandeur. That wasn't one of them, but I do have them. She was arrested and convicted for a DUI in 2015 as well. That will be held against her in a court. They'll be looking at your past. And it should be looked at, damn right. But now this I didn't plan on talking about, but let's talk about this. Let's talk about these. She was given fentanyl through an IV drip the day before. I'm quite sure in her discharge papers, there was a piece that she signed that says, you will not drive for 24 hours, or you will not drive for 48 hours, or whatever it is. Because the hospitals know the effects of these drugs they're administering to you, right? They better know. So they go, now, Sapphire, we're going to take your wisdom teeth out, but don't worry, it's not going to make you any more dumb than you already are. You'll still have all your wisdom, just your back teeth. And I was like, okay, because I don't need less brain cells than I've already got. I do work hard to destroy as many as I can on a weekly basis, though. So just putting that out there. You know. Let's talk about this part of it, though, right? You have surgery. Surgeries, outpatient surgery is a little more common now than before, I believe. But what are the effects of every local anesthetic? What are the effects when we get behind the wheel after a fentanyl drip? Sounds a little dangerous, doesn't it? Like fentanyl, a pill-sized fentanyl kills 1.4 million people. but we use enough of it for pain relief for certain things. So yeah, how long after you have a fentanyl drip does one wait to drive? We don't think that. We go, you know what? I'm a little groggy. Even hangovers, like you drank Saturday night, you went out with the boys, you drank too much, you came home, you did it all right. Uber, your buddy was a designated driver, whatever. You didn't get behind the wheel, you got tore up from the floor up, and you're paying for it the next day. You got a headache, and you just woke up, you feel like crap. But Susie's got cheerleading, Johnny's got bowling. Then after that, you got a 1 p.m. basketball game. So you're up, you're driving your kids around with the hangover. Maybe you're not legally, maybe you're .02, maybe you're completely legal, but you don't feel good. Your senses have been dulled. We don't think about those effects, right? What about you've had surgery? Your arm, nothing big. You got carpal tunnel syndrome, right? You had surgery. They did a local, whatever. I don't know how they do it. I'm just talking. And then you get these. You're going to make you groggy. We'll give you some pain pills. It's going to hurt. Your wrists are going to hurt. You're on pain pills, but hey, I'm good. I got to take Jenny. Got cheerleading. I got to go to the grocery store. I got this, that, the other. Are we okay to drive legally? We always look at, hey, I'm within the legal limits. But also, a speed limit is there for regular conditions. What do we do in rain and snow? Slow down. If you're going 45 in a 45 and slide off the road, you were going too fast for the conditions, even though you were going under the speed limit. So we could be under the influence of something and not be legally under the influence of something that still caused us to crash. And can we stop calling these accidents when they're not accidents? An accident is when you look both ways, pull out, and get T-boned because you don't look good. You made a mistake. You didn't see the car coming. What's not an accident is screw them. They'll stop, pull out anyway. Crash. Oh, we had an accident. No, you're a butthole. We had a negligence, not an accident. So yeah, there's been an uptick in that bull crap. Oh, I hate that word. There's a story a little bit later I got coming up that infuriated me. The story was fine, and I was doing good with the story until they say it's ticked up in the past several months. And I threw up in my mouth, and I spit it on the screen. No, that's gross. You wanted me to say I swallowed it? Is that it? No comment. Irritable bowel syndrome made me poop all over myself, and I killed 2 people and ran. I couldn't get my car to stop. Well, because you didn't hit the brake pedal, bitch. That's why. What is wrong with people? All right, we're back. We're not quite back on the air yet, but we're back on the live stream broadcast. What a morning I'm having. I'm learning. The older I get, the less I'm getting all frazzled when things get all effed up. But I'll tell you, this morning, this computer is a very, very important piece of equipment for me. Not only for this show, but for my videoing. I film high school sports. When I get home, I got to upload the footage. I got to send it to the team that I video for. I work for a client that we have different teams I work for a company that we have different clients. They want that video footage. Those coaches are ready to look at that footage that night. So I'm sitting here going, what the hell am I going to do? Now it's working. Knock on wood. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Well, we're 20 seconds away from going back on WHOT Hot 93, 97. Coffee smelling good. Feeling good. All right, back at it on a Wednesday, hump day. It's a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day. Even when things just seem to be going terribly wrong, it's still a beautiful day to be alive. I'm telling you, it's all about perspective. Perspective is everything, right? Everything. We could be mad about the same thing, that we can just let it slide. Now, you're not going to be happy about something, but you could be like, this really ain't that big of a deal. I'm not worried about this, right? We're talking comedy. That's a good thing. But if you're out and about and you hear people making a joke, like let's say you're at Applebee's or you're out eating your favorite wing place, whatever, wherever you're at, right? You're out and about and you hear somebody at the table next to you making a joke that you don't agree with. Is that the place to stand up and go, now, I heard what you said and that's offensive? Because they're going to go, well, even though you overheard it, I was talking to my table. So at that point, let's say I'm sitting there eating and I hear a transgender joke about Caitlyn Jenner. Do I get all butthurt and educate them? Or do I let them know I heard, but don't let it bother me? Or do I just not let it bother me at all? I don't let it bother me at all. If people are doing that to get a rise out of you and you let them get a rise out of you, they've won. A comedy person, a comedian, speaking of comedians, Gilbert Gottfried passed away at the age of 67 after a long battle with heart failure. May he rest in peace. I loved his movies, that annoying voice. Don't know if that was his real voice or if it was a little bit like hammed up for the personality or whatever, but any don't matter, rest in peace. Another person gone too soon, 67. Today's world is young. We work hard to enjoy those golden years. The only thing golden about those years is the front of your underpants, okay? That's the only thing golden about them. Your back hurts. Your body parts are sagging. I mean, your natural ones. The ones you were born with will sag. The ones that you weren't born with, maybe they'll never sag. So haters gonna hate. Making sure everything's going good. That's why I turn around. Got to look. Got to make sure we're rolling the dough. There's Bob. Well, there was Bob. Now he's gone again. I'll be damned. There he was, and now there he is again.
My button-pushing fingers are fat.
Welcome back. Oh, wait a minute. I got to have my headphones in to hear you talking. All right, go ahead.
No, I just said my button pushing fingers are too fat. I was on again, off again, on again because my finger hit both buttons at the same time.
Oh, double fisted, double fingered it.
Double fingered.
The way I prefer, double fingered, not a fist. Mm-hmm. I ain't no fisting chick, okay?
Anyway.
Get it right.
So, get it right.
Breaking news. 10 shot in the subway. That's not news. That's the American way. That's how we are solving our problems today, right? I couldn't wait to hear. We should make a law against somebody going in a subway and shooting it up and dropping gas. But, oh, wait, there already is a law against that. Damn. We should make it illegal too. Oh, it already is. It should be. Oh, it is. You shouldn't be allowed. Oh, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Not news. It's what we've come to accept.
Yep.
Right? We decided we're not going to pull over people for traffic infractions. Remember the saying, give an inch, take a mile?
Mm-hmm.
We've empowered criminal minds to be criminals. We've empowered it. So now the speed limit, we know that an engineer designed that speed limit based on the conditions of the road surface as well as the surrounding area, residents, businesses, heavy traffic, light traffic, blah, blah, blah. But we know more than the engineers, right? We know better. I can handle it. So I don't have to listen to 45 mile an hour speed limit. I can do 70. Get out of my way. I know what I'm doing. And if the officer wants to pull me over, I'll scream, either it's because I'm black, I'm transgender, it's because my hair's blonde, it's because my eye, there's a reason other than I was driving like an idiot of why they pulled me over.
Yep,
right?
You're right?
So now we go, well, they give us an inch, we're going to see how far we can take it. So now we've got people lighting off gas bombs in subways and shooting at everybody. It's not news. What? It's like the 4th of July. You go do your thing on the 4th of July. Now in America, every day we shoot each other. That's what we do.
They try to one-up each other, too. The the dramatics, the situation has to be bigger and, quote, better than the one before it, too, so that you then do become news for 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And then we get, there went Bob again. Then we get the mourning family, the mother who can't believe she just lost her child, the other family that's saying, I can't believe my child did it, or he's innocent, or he's blaming society. It's because Trump was president. The perfect example is you raised your kid to be a douchebag, and they went and did douchebag things.
Right. Yep.
So you can take all the excuses, wrap them up in a piece of toilet paper, and throw it in the toilet. Mm-hmm. Because I'm done with excusing criminal behavior. You want to break the law? You'll be treated like a criminal. Mm-hmm. I'm all for felons not voting. Once they get out of prison, that's another story.
Right.
You've lost your privileges in our country when you break the law, schmuck. Period. Mm-hmm. No second chance until you prove worthy of. Right?
Well, yeah, your second chance is when you've served your time and you've done your obligation. There's your second chance.
And when you F that one up, you're done. 3 strikes and you're out. Nah. We know better. We put in the work already. We know better. So no, 2 strikes, you're out. Go to jail. You don't like that? Try to escape. We'll execute you. You know how? Tweezers, battery, and jumper cables.
Ooh.
And rubber gloves. No. Because you don't want the person that's shocking your nipples with the tweezers when they touch the jumper cable to your testicles to get them shocked. I have no sympathy for people breaking the law. This guy that is wanted, whoever did the shooting, I wish somebody would have shot him in the subway. And he thought about it. That's what the smoke was for. right?
Mm-hmm.
He thought about that. He wanted to live. He wasn't just going to go death by suicide by shooting everybody until somebody ended him, right? He planned on living. No. Out of everybody on the subway, nobody has a gun? Can't
that is a
fathom
little
that.
unusual, isn't it?
Huh?
That is a little unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. But we need to start executing people in the streets for this. Oh, you want to carjack somebody by gunpoint? Pow! You're dead. Hey, your mom can come cry by your body on the street while the news films it. And then we'll drag the dead body by his shoulders, the dead carcass, off the side of the street because we don't need traffic impeded, right? Good people, law-abiding citizens are driving by. We don't need this speed bump in the way. That's how you treat killers. That's how you treat bad guys. They go, oh, you can't do that. They deserve a second chance. You don't get a death sentence for stealing from somebody. You got a gun? Eat it. That's simple, right? Now, I don't condone shooting people over material things.
Right.
If someone's stealing your car, you can't shoot them. If somebody's stealing your car and they have a gun out, shoot them. Shoot them. Do us a favor, please. Shoot them. That guy should have, in America today, with all the guns we have, everybody shooting everybody, the bad guy don't get shot. On a subway full of people, nobody had a pistol? Nobody had a gun. Nobody. I don't buy it.
Well, yeah. Well, it's one of those things where it goes down so fast that even if you have time to react to what's going on, you're already too late. But again, that's because they're busy being law-abiding citizens and they're keeping their CCW to themselves. And
but that's the perfect occasion for it. We need Joe and Jill citizen in America. This is what we need from our people, the good law-abiding citizens that carry their weapons legally, right? You hear what's going on, you don't run, you got your gun. You pull your gun out and you go shoot that son of a pup. Right between the eyes. I don't care if you stand on him and shoot him again. I don't care. You've lost your right to be part of this society when you do that. Until everybody feels that way, we're doomed. Because we're all going now, well, we got to give them their... Screw that. Your day in court only comes through the justice system. If a citizen pops a cap in your ass first, sorry about your luck, you got to go drag them off the street, get them out of the way, put them in a body bag, send them home with mom. You figure it out. You raised it.
Yep.
I don't know how to be more clear.
No, you're quite clear, and it makes sense. I don't get it either. The world the way it is now. But again, when you're talking about the subway thing, some of it. Part of it's just your natural inclination as a normal law-abiding citizen to kind of even be taken aback at what's going on. You lose seconds to react because...
Don't get a CCW. Don't get a concealed license if you're not prepared to use it when it's needed. That's why you carry it, to protect yourself and to protect people around. Well, not necessarily for people around. It's for your own personal protection. But... I feel you carry an obligation. When you carry a weapon, be prepared to shoot a bad guy. It would be fun. I'm tired of it. I am tired of hearing. It's not news. I guarantee you by the end of the day today, there will be a mass shooting in our country. It might be in a school.
Fresh new one.
It might be in a hospital. It might be in a movie theater. But it's going to happen. It might be out in the middle of the street, two gangs, rival gangs, shooting at everybody. It ain't news. Who cares? It's not a big deal. It's how we do it. It's how we roll in America.
Oh, that again, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm tired of going, oh, the outrage. Oh, the moms and dads in the street going, something's got to be done. Nothing has to be done. This is what we want. Defund the police and less police and let the cities take care of themselves and blah, blah, blah. Donald Trump said law and order and everybody said screw law and order. I wish he'd have said, let's have a free-for-all. Because then everybody would have been pounding on the table, law and order, law and order. We can't stand for this. And I'm not blaming, I'm not sitting here going, oh, Biden's America, Trump was in office, this wouldn't be happening. I'm not saying that.
No, it's been going on longer than that, yeah.
Yeah, our energy is focused on things that don't matter. Let's make a new law. Mm-hmm. Every law is already on the books for guns that need be, except for I do like what President Biden has about the ghost guns. They've got to be traceable. You can't just go buy a kit, put it together in 2 hours, and go use it and leave the gun right at the crime scene. It's untraceable. Mm-hmm. So I can dig that.
Right.
You know, but this whole mentality of social warriors and the social justice and all the unrest, and it's bullcrap. It's an excuse to act like an idiot. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'm fighting for this, and I'm fighting. No, you're not. You don't even care about the cause. No. You're just wound up and spun up about stuff that you don't even know about.
Well, and you feel like it's your right and duty to be heard by the masses, regardless of the fact that there's every other person out there who has the same right as you. You know, if we all had our turn, there'd never be any quiet. It's like, you know, you might have the right to do it, to get out there and throw your speech around. But again, we all have the right not to listen. And
correct. And that's the thing too. I mean, people give their opinions, right? People are like, I just tell it like it is. No, you tell it as you see it. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows how it is.
That's how it is to you. Yeah.
Right. It's how it is to us. It's a perfect example. Politics is a perfect example. Right? Mm-hmm. Half of the country likes Donald Trump. The other half despises him.
Right.
Now the competition has become, you either got to like somebody or hate them. You can't just go, I don't care for their politics or blah, blah, blah. There's an anger. There's a rage burning. Beside just going, oh, that clown's president or this guy or girl this or that. Who cares?
Right. Well, and you can't take the best of both. You can't agree with certain things from one and certain things from the other without being, you know, called every name in the book and, you know, undecided and everything. To me, that's the perfect independent. Somebody who can take and see what might be good in the suggestions of one side and what might be good in the suggestions of the other side and try to make something out of it. Yeah. That's true independent thinking, and we don't have enough of it. And if we do, nobody puts it out there, and we certainly need more of it.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Facebook the other day posted something about, no, I don't love Joe Biden, but I'm not an idiot, insinuating, you know, anything was better than our current president at the time. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Right? That's not how reasonable adults progress a country. Mm-hmm. Anyone but Trump is not the answer. Right? Who, though? Do you have any type of issues in mind that your person has over the other person? Mm-hmm. No, I just hate the son of a pup because he makes fun of people, the orange bastard. Well, you just made fun of him yourself. So you're equal to them.
Right.
And when we talk issues, I hear more people say, oh, I just don't like Trump, so I wanted Biden. Look what we've done. Mm-hmm. This administration is an abomination. They're an embarrassment to themselves. They make themselves look stupid at every turn and corner. But we're okay with it because he doesn't mean tweet nobody. He screwed up foreign affairs. He screwed up the world affairs. I don't support what's going on. But at the same time, who are you going to blame? We voted for it. Our democracy is at stake. What are you talking about? We go vote. So if 70% of the people vote for somebody the other 30% don't like, we're supposed to have an uprising now, right? Not my president. We heard that for the whole 4 years that Trump was in there. Not my president. Then when Biden gets in, they unity. Let's all work together. We're all buddies and chums again. Wait a minute. We had to listen to 4 years. And I don't care. I didn't vote for Trump. But we had to listen for 4 years of we want everything he does to fail, even if it's good. South border. Our border crisis is worse now than it's ever been.
Well, and notice
now
how
they want to build a barrier.
Yeah, and you haven't heard a word about it now in weeks.
Hell no. You haven't heard about Hunter Biden yet either, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lies.
Well.
Lies.
None of this stuff just magically goes away because you don't hear about it, because the news chooses to focus on other things. And there are other things going on. I mean, Ukraine is definitely a major, major important situation. All the other stuff didn't go away, though. It's just that that's what they choose to talk about.
Yeah, they sweep it under the
constantly.
rug. Why don't we put that right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
That goes away for now until we move the rug.
Mm-hmm.
In 4 years, the rug gets moved and we go, oh, look at this. We've been had. I said it the other day. We, as American people, have been had by our own doing. Because we got this weird notion that anybody running for president is the right person. No, they're being put in those positions by the billionaires. You want real change? We need a 35-year-old in office. Pot smoking, beer drinking, womanizing, bisexual. Who cares?
I am so for some fresher, younger thinking, some people that see deeper into the future, perhaps because it's within their lifetime what it is that they aspire to see. And by younger, I mean a 50-year-old president would be a generation younger than what we've had going on.
Thank you. Yeah.
And even that helps. That brings maturity, allegedly, and still young enough to think really, in a deep kind of way, as opposed to just trying to react all the time. That's the other thing. We're always reacting. It's this happened, now we got to do this. There's not enough proactivity and not enough either getting in front of a situation so it doesn't happen in the first place, or even, more forward-thinking positivity than that. So, no, I'm so for what we don't need another 75-year-old, 80-year-old individual running the country. Nothing against them, but obviously we need to change something, and I think,
At the end of the State of the Union, when President Biden gave it in last month or so ago, I pointed it out at the show, at the next day on the show. Everybody in there afterwards, I was showing everybody hobnobbing. You know what hobnobbing is? Right? Sucking your way to the top.
That's right. Kiss, kiss.
You're not gay if you're sucking for money.
No, you had a plan in mind. It's
all
a job.
The people in there were over the age of 70. They were all white. They were all rich. They were all men. And their wives. There were very few anything other than rich white men in the room. Those are the ones running our country. These are the ones we want to change. Listen to yourselves talk. Listen to you.
Well, and you don't even know that what you're seeing at election time is what you're going to get, obviously. I mean, you're seeing and being given
when have we ever gotten what we expected?
Right, you're being given a line, you're being given something to think about, but is it really going to turn out that way anyway?
I just find it funny how when the gas prices kept going up, we kept on hearing how the president has no control over it, but now we keep hearing how the president's going to get the prices lowered by doing this, that, and the other. Okay.
Well, you found the control
switch. If you have no control over it, then you have no control over it. You vote buying son of a pup.
Yeah. No, he found the control button, and now, life is good again. It's it's only $3.69 now instead of $4.29, so life is good. Let alone it was $2.29 a couple of years ago, and
once again, we've been had. They raise it over the $4 mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they lower it down to $3.99.9, and we go, oh, finally, now we're talking. Wait a freaking minute. No, we're not talking.
Mm-hmm. No, it speaks for itself, unfortunately.
To me, the hypocrisy of everything. If all of Donald Trump's doings were investigatable, so is Hunter Biden's doings investigatable.
Oh yeah.
They've been caught in lies already, Biden family.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to sweep it under the rug because we don't want to address that issue? Or are we really standing on moral ground going, wait a minute, we don't like Trump because he was a lying, blah, 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 but it's okay when they do it. You see, when you look at yourself in the mirror, slap yourself like Will Smith hit Chris Rock and then sue yourself.
And then step out of the academy or society for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nope.
That whole thing about Will Smith is funny, though, because we made that a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
Yes, it was assault. But if the police aren't charging anybody with it, we've seen hockey fights end worse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So even though I feel Will made a big mistake, and I really believe that he's a good man, and what he did was part theatrics, part already knowing the public humility with this old lady laying up under some other schlong and all that. He just had a meltdown and said, I got to show that I'm a man. And we've taught our young men to strike when they're angry or hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal. But it is a big deal because the world saw.
Right.
Young children look up to you, and now they're going, I can't wait to smack a bitch. Right. Get to school tomorrow, 3rd grader, you're going down.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a TikTok challenge, yeah.
Yeah, the Will Smith challenge.
Yeah, see how many a day you can get in, yeah.
The TikTok slap rock challenge coming your way to an idiot near you.
Yep. So
all right, we're going to break. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. Time for Stu's favorite song. At 8:54.
Gotcha.
All right. We'll be back in a few.
Check. Feeling like an early morning in June. Temperatures in the 60s, are low at sunrise at about 64 degrees. Some clouds around too with some sun.
Welcome to Adam's Apple, your neighborhood LGBT bar serving all your favorite drink. With friendly and knowledgeable bartenders that keep the party going and make sure your needs are met.
It's the cheers of the gay bar. Your bartenders know who's coming in, where they're going to sit, how long you're going to be.
Kick back and enjoy some fresh air on their large enclosed heated patio. Open year-round with music and weekly barbecues. Karaoke every Thursday night where you're the star. And Mexican Fiesta on the last Monday of every month. Located at 18931 West Warren, Detroit, Adam's Apple.
All right, bitches, we're back. Shortly, get my spectacles right. Alrighty then, here we are on a Wednesday getting through. After a rough start, we're now flying straight and level until we run right into the mountainside. I'm sure something about to happen, but hey, we'll deal with it no matter what happens. No big deal here. We just keep on ticking like a Timex watch. Remember those commercials back in the day? Like me, I take a licking and keep on ticking. How many licks does it take you to get to the center of Sapphire'S cloaca?
Uh-huh. The Wonderland.
It's a wonderland, all right. You gotta wonder what the hell's going on with it.
You remember the song, Your Body is a Wonderland? John Mayer, I think it was, or...
What's that?
Wasn't it John Mayer, the song about your body is a wonderland or something like
yes.
that? Yeah.
My body is a wonderland. You got that right.
Mine too. I wonder when. I wonder when
right.
A lot of things.
I wonder about a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. What a start to the day, but it's a perfect... See, these are the things that make people realize life is not worth getting all bunched up about, right? Things happen. We just roll with it. Hey, I was sitting here at 7 a.m. Lordy. I'm sitting here and my computer, I thought my computer was kaput. I thought, what am I going to do? This is how I make my living, right? My computer, I have to have it. But instead of freaking out and jumping out the window, I wouldn't get too far. We're on the main floor, so it would just hurt. I wouldn't get to fall far. Just going through the window would mess me up. Then they'd be mad because they'd be like, look, now you broke the window, Sapphire. That's not on the list of rules. Jumping out the window is not on here. As long as I don't swear on my way out, I'm good.
Well, it will be tomorrow at this time, now that you mention
right.
it.
Rule 14, no jumping out the window.
Yeah, it's a by the way.
I want to recommend to them when I see them, though, we're having a meeting tomorrow. Big meeting tomorrow. Can't wait. New equipment coming in.
Wow.
You have no idea about it. They're mounting cameras all over this place. Not cameras to watch us, but cameras to watch us.
Uh-huh.
You know? Insecurity cameras. Because they're not security. So... It's the insecurity cameras. The more you look at it, the more insecure you become.
Technicolor cameras. How nice.
There's so much going on here. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And the station, not only like Santa Barbara, Columbus, Kansas City, Atlanta, I believe Cleveland, it might have got held up from COVID, but now downtown Detroit, a second studio going in.
Wow.
Opening late summer, a third studio in a local town, Troy, Michigan, going in. So we're going to have 3 studios here. I already talked to the boss. I said, hey, boss, downtown Detroit's 30 minutes closer to my home. Yeah. And she said, insubordinate, you're welcome to use the studio when it opens. And I said, thank you.
She's got you pegged, insubordinate.
Yeah. So,
no, that'll be great.
Man.
Well, but that'll be interesting at the same time. We can't be in 3 studios at once.
No, but we can be in one or the other.
But we could be at any studio of the 3 anytime.
Yeah. Why would you need 3 studios? Because we're growing.
That's by leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm. There's another Saturday show joining the group here, joining the format. I forget the name of it, but it's a shade, talking shade. So it's going to be gossip. It's going to be, throwing shade at people, right?
Oh boy.
But not like, I don't know how it's going to be. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to it.
No,
and
that sounds...
they may be part of our live broadcast on the patio of the Apple this July. They may be part of fun. That. We may have 3 shows going on there at once.
That could be a riot.
So, a lot going on. It's exciting. I was talking the other day to Princess before she went on the air, and I used to leave here and never see anybody. And now they start rolling in around the 9 o'clock Eastern time hour. And I love having the people in here. And I know a lot of people go, I want to get out of here before the big bosses come in, before the brass, the suits. No, it's a good place to work. So I look forward to seeing people. And it's nice. And to hear everything going on, it's like, my goodness, man.
Right. Well, no, it's part of your day. Yeah, it's a part of your day to be connected to the people that you work with. And with COVID doing what it did and had everybody disconnected and just video connected, I mean, it is sort of like it's almost like a reunion sometimes to get back together at work. And
right.
Yeah.
We see it on the local news all around the country. Local news, people were doing the weather from home, sports from home, anchors at different tables in different rooms.
Yeah.
And then when they get all 4 or 5 of them together at the same table, like the good old days, they're giddy about it. They're excited about it. They love it. They're like, we're in the same room again. Humans need that interaction. That's one of the reasons that we are losing our minds. We don't know how to react to anything anymore.
Yeah.
Just an excuse, though, to be a butthole.
Well,
that's all. That's all it is.
It's
we know how to
too,
act.
Yeah. It's that too. You learn how to adapt and you move forward. Yeah.
So, prayers are going out to my good friend Bill, who is having triple bypass today.
Oh boy, that is
my old guitar player, long buddy, long friend. Going in under the knife. So we're praying for him, for everything to come out good. He's a young man, a lot of years left. So, definitely a prayer. And everybody going through something we should say a prayer for, even if you don't know them. Just if whatever you pray for, even if you just hope good things come. Maybe you don't pray to anybody or anything. You just go, man, I really hope everybody has a good day today. If everybody has a good day, then
the world has a good day.
The world's a better place, right? Nobody had a bad day. It's impossible. But wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah.
That would be no mother crying in the street because her son laying there dead. Would be no mother laying there on the police floor of the police station after finding out her son killed people. What have I done? What has he done? What have they done? None of that, because everybody had a good day. There's no good day when that's all going on. So the state of America is an embarrassment right now. We are the most pussified group of people. There's no honor. There's no loyalty. There's no integrity. It's disgusting. I say something you don't like, you attack me. You try to crash my whole career. You try to ruin me. Maybe you kill me.
Yep.
It's
so sad but true, you know.
I'm tired of it. I know I went on a rant earlier too, but I mean it. I'm tired of making excuses. Yes, people deserve second chances, but when you commit your first crime knowing you get 2 or 3 chances, you're already a jackwagon. Right? You're going, well, what's the worst that could happen if I steal this car? I mean, probation, blah, 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 blah. That's a screwed up mentality. I remember when we didn't want to get a ticket.
Right.
Because you don't want to be part of the problem. But no, nowadays we insist on being part of the problem and forcing people to accept it.
Yeah. Again, it's that listen to me, attitude that cry out for attention from everyone else.
I'm to the point where if you don't like it, good for you. And if you do, good for you.
Yeah, it matters not.
Another as long as another marketing logo change. 77-year-old ice cream shop tweaking its logo, employee uniforms, and packaging to update the brand. The first major update since 2006 for Baskin-Robbins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Something real clever like GM did. They make a big major announcement. We're in the Detroit area, the Motor City, right? So General Motors is breaking news. General Motors changing their logo. They went from capital letters to small letters. That's all they did. They paid somebody 6 figures a year, a marketing executive, and they said, we'll go from, you ready for this? Sit down, everybody. Caps. We're going from caps to smaller case letters. Whew. I'd have looked at this person and said, we just paid you 6 figures to come up with this bull crap? Get out of here. You're fired and we want our money back. Because you obviously did nothing to prepare for this.
right.
You woke up, you brushed your hair, you came up with an idea on your way in.
And again, if we have to try to figure out the significance or what it means, then really it doesn't do a good job of conveying the message at all. So you fail.
Right. So the new logo is no more that playful kid font, right? It's a new crisper version. It looks like Neapolitan ice cream, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
Okay.
I ain't mad at them. I could care less. As long as they don't change the ingredients and they change the thing. I don't care what the logo is. You could do a middle finger. You could have this for your logo. That one. I don't care.
Choose one, anyone, yeah.
They need to bring back more of those restaurants to kind of the rude service. You walk in, oh, great. 4 of you? My God.
Ads, yes.
The rude service. I love it.
Yes. That's too funny. What am I going to do with all of you? But again, wait a minute now. That's comedy. Can we allow that?
We need to run our jokes past the fact checkers before we tell them. After that, it's not funny anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing. I mean, it is kind of fun when you tell a joke and it makes somebody angry. What else are you doing it for? Right? I mean,
well, people get angry over. Again, like we talked about, people get angry over everything
nowadays. Yeah. Oh,
right?
Yeah. How? Okay, I just flipped on CNN on the online version.
Right.
How is this suspect that shot 10 people, 33 shots, still at large? They know who he is. Intensive manhunt underway. Somebody turn this jackwagon in, would you? Somebody knows where he's at. Your mother?
Mm-hmm.
Turn him in. See something, say something. I ain't no snitch. That's why our country sucks. Mm-hmm. Right? You do something in my area, I'm going to let you know about it. All right? We don't do that on this side of the town. You go over there and do that.
Right. Yeah, if you don't provide the information, then you're defeating the very purpose of what you state you want as a, civilized society where you don't worry about, serious crime and things like that. You're no help to the cause if you know something and you don't help share that information.
I'm just done with the excuses. I'm done with placing blame everywhere except for squarely where it belongs on the person who committed the act, whether it's an armed robbery, a murder, a mass shooting. I don't care. But when words are the things that are now fighting words again, where you can't make fun of somebody with alopecia or we can slap you now. You see where the precedent gets set. And people going, well, I would defend my wife too. But you were just out banging her girlfriend the other night and you didn't want her to know about it, but now it's on her, huh? Okay. That's why 50% of American marriages end in divorce, because we honor our women to the death. Girl, bye.
All of them.
It's an excuse to fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excuse to let your rage and anger out, which is more than likely hurt and heartbreak masked, because we've been told when somebody hurts your feelings, punch them in the face. If that don't work, shoot them. And then we'll come up with a reason that you did it and try to get you a light sentence.
Mm-hmm. No, so true. So true.
Hey, we should make a rule against going in and shooting. Oh, there is one.
And why don't we enforce all these things that we already have? What is the problem here?
The problem is a man steps on a subway, shoots 33 rounds of ammunition around hundreds of people, and nobody kills this bastard. Shoot him. Shoot him, stab him, tackle him, beat him to death. That way, you claim self-defense. We're tired of this mockery in our courtrooms of all this stuff, parading people around in bulletproof vests. Are you kidding me? Karma's a bitch sometimes, you know? Sometimes A Time to Kill, the movie, comes into play. People go, you know what? I'm done with this. And I'm not saying that after a crime is committed, it's okay to kill somebody. During it, when you're trying to protect your life, kill him. He's shooting 33 rounds in a subway filled with people. Nobody had a weapon to fire back. Nobody? Come on. That's what's wrong with America. Kill him. Oh, you can't say that. That's insensitive. I'm an insensitive bitch. I got news for you. If you do something to me and I kill you, I step over your body, I grab you, drag you off the street, and step over you again. Because you broke the law. You're not part of our society. We have no room for that. You go get locked up in a cage like animals called prison. Think about what you've done. Then, even though you served your time, even though we're going to give you a second chance, we're going to watch you a little closer. We're going to put you on parole and probation so that we are watching you, sucker. So, yeah, you have a second chance. But now the leash is tighter. Should have thought about that to begin with, Mary. But we don't do that no more.
True.
Now it's, we got to make sure they're well taken care of. No, we don't. Who cares? We can't have prisoners beating up on each other. Yeah, we can. It's perfect. Let them beat up each other. Who cares? It's good physical fitness, stress relief, gives them something to do while they're locked up. Isn't that what we do now? What, am I out of hand?
Yeah,
I have an idea. We'll get them all prisoners get an Orbeez gun. So you just start having Nerf fights when you're in there, just shooting each other. Guard walks by, pop a cap in them. It ain't going to hurt. They're toy guns, right? It's the way we deal with things.
That's right.
Stupid.
Yeah, we're so worried about the quote rights and the feelings. Oh, my feelings, of the person who did the deed, and not the person or people that suffered from that. It's gotten backwards and insane. Yeah, screw your feelings. When you do stuff like that, who cares?
When a kid does it, you got to look at the parents too.
Right. Well, yeah.
At least look. I mean, we don't necessarily, there's no black and white. There's a large gray area when it comes to all this.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm tired of excusing the actions of the wrong. Like that one gentleman we had the interview on where he did that interview talking about the guns. Law-abiding citizens, the first thing that happens when someone breaks the law with a gun is we go after the law-abiding citizens' right to bear arms. When is the majority going to be looked at? You remember that speech the guy gave?
Yeah.
When is the majority going to be looked at? You can't take all the guns. That's stupid. When I hear somebody say we got to get all the guns off the street, you sound stupid. All right? That's like, we all want to cure cancer. Cancer lives in our body, activated by the crap we eat, the things we breathe in, You don't get rid of cancer forever. There's cancer cells in everybody's body. It's a heartstring thing when we see our loved ones suffer and die from cancer, or even if they survive, the suffering that goes along with surviving it is it's everlasting. But you can't cure it.
Right.
And you can't fix stupid. You can try. You can lead a human to knowledge, but you cannot make them think.
Yeah.
And we really don't care to think half the time. It's easier that way.
Numb and dumb.
Dumb and dumb. Dumber and dumber. And the thing is, we don't want to admit we're wrong. Right? So we voted for Trump and we didn't like it, so we didn't want to admit we're wrong. We voted for Biden and we don't want to admit we're wrong. We whatever cause, we don't want to admit. What side of history do you want to be on? Your mama's side. That's what side I want to be on. Right next to your mama. It's stupid.
It is stupid. I will say, and since you did bring that up, it seems like the major rhetoric coming from a certain side that, quote, won the election has quieted down a good bit. Those that were real aggressive and real in your face about, Biden for president and all of this. You don't hear them talking a whole lot these days. And I'm not slamming anybody. I'm not slamming anybody at all. But all I'm saying is, it's, gee, look what it really panned out to be. Now you don't necessarily want to be associated with it either. So now it's perfectly okay for you to keep your mouth shut. You couldn't keep your mouth shut before, but now because it suits you, now we don't hear about it so much.
And that's okay, though, right? It's okay to say, I thought I was doing the right thing. And there are people that love what he's doing. There's people that are fine with it. I think they're bumbling idiots, but that's a different story. There's nothing, in my opinion, he's done right. Nothing. Everything that he's done has been with a motive to advance their cause or to harm what the Trump administration did, even if it was cutting off your nose to spite your face. And I also believe that everything they're doing now is geared toward votes. That open border, the only place in the world that COVID's not an issue is the Mexican border with America. And if you think it's a political issue, you're freaking stupid. It's not a political issue. The political people are arguing about it. It is a national security issue. But nobody wants to talk about that because it's uncomfortable to say, wow, our guy's an idiot too. I told you they're both not looking out for you. Neither one of them two care about me. Neither one of them two care about you. They care about my vote. They care about your vote. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your happiness. They don't care about your financial security. They don't care about your food security. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your anything. Either side, they want your vote. That's it.
Right. Well, and so now the vote comes, and it's, again, you have two sides. You have two directly opposing points of view. The very passionate, of course, I'm going to vote for so-and-so, and I'm going to get everyone else to do it, and I'm going to preach, and you're going to listen. And you have the other side that's totally apathetic and won't vote at all because they don't like any of what's there. And I'm not saying you should vote for somebody just because you should get out and vote. It is your right to get out and vote, even if you do a hand write-in vote. And, nominate yourself. Write yourself in for president. That's fine. Go do it. It's one of the privileges we have in this country. But there are a lot who will just snub their nose at it and say, oh, it's not worth it. They're all crap anyway.
Right. And well, you got a giant turd against a giant turd, and smart people go, I'm not voting for either one of these schmucks. So I don't like this whole, it's your duty to vote. No, it's not. It's your right to vote. It's also privilege. Your right to go, screw all of you.
Right.
Put somebody on the ticket we're voting for and I'll vote. But don't force me into peer pressure to vote for the least of the worst. That is the stupidest concept. That's why our country is so screwed up right now.
But if everybody who didn't like either candidate went out and voted and wrote in anything but those people, that would make a really clear statement say half the 2/3 of the people don't like either candidate, so they wrote Mickey Mouse in or they wrote Donald Duck in. So when you're looking at the vote count later on, you're going, wow, that would make just as much of a statement as not voting at all.
People voted for either side just so the other one couldn't win.
Right.
That is the most irresponsible vote there is, because you're not voting for cause, you're voting because.
Right.
I'm voting because I hate the other person, or I'm tired of all the gossip on social media, so I'm voting for the other person. That doesn't help our country.
Yeah.
Not one iota.
Nope.
And all this gender identity talk is stupid. Who has these conversations at that age? Adults indoctrinating our children. Why does a kindergartner, first, second, third grader have to go to school to learn about social issues? That's for home.
Yeah.
Parents decide social issues, gender identity, sexuality, racism's taught at home, not in school.
Yeah, we shouldn't be teaching. You're not supposed. Yeah, don't teach. Social agenda isn't there to be taught. It's the basic facts that help get you through life. When you wonder why people can't read and you wonder why they can't do math, it's because they're too busy teaching social agenda and not enough time on the facts and the things that matter.
Teach my kid to read and write, arithmetic, not what does having a set of balls mean?
Right.
It means you got balls. What's the big deal? My Uncle Pete has them on his pickup truck. That's because his wife cut him off and kept him in the purse.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten away from the whole point of education and public education being that, everybody is offered that the teaching that helps you function in life, from a non-social agenda perspective.
When a kid walks up to a teacher, I'm a third grade teacher. This little snot-nosed brat walks up to my desk and says, "My name's Jonathan, but I think I'm a girl. My name's Jennifer now." Okay, Jennifer, we're going to, no problem.
Go sit down. We're going to do some math. Yeah.
Call up the parents, call up the counselor and go, time for a meeting. We have a child in need of proper guidance, right? That's not when you make them feel bad for things. That's not when you pull out the old curriculum handbook and go, oh, LGBT instruction right here. LGBT, teen, tranny. Okay, for a third grader, transgender conversation, what the hell are we talking about?
Exactly.
So, and people can get mad at me about it. They go, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. So what? I'm still talking about it.
Well, we know what we're talking about. It's just, you may not agree with it, just like we don't agree with what they're talking about. But
right. I just think that take pics is the issue I have. We're not talking about the parents. This is about the kids. How are we going to train up our kid in the way they will go? We want to teach them the square root of 4? Or do we want to teach them what gender identity is? They don't care about that. It's just stupid. And we're arguing in the world about it. Look what they're doing in New Jersey. Look at Texas. Who cares? Don't go there. I'm not going to raise my kids to go to New Jersey school because they don't need to be learning that. Social warriors is not in academics. That's the teacher shuts that down, right? You shut it down completely. We don't talk about social issues here unless we're doing social studies.
Sociology, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but when we're sitting here at math class, we're not talking about, I feel like I might be a girl. No, good. What's 2 + 2?
Right.
Write your name down on the top of your paper, and I'll call you what you wrote down. But but we get spun up. So the adults are the ones putting all this out for the kids. All right. It is, wow, 9:23 already. Going to break. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour. We'll be back. We're going to take a couple song break. We will be right back. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9:39.
Okay.
I'm just going to stay right on though here.
Well, I'm going to have to dash. Remember, I've
you got to get going.
That obligation, the 10 o'clock commitment. So.
All right. Oh, wait. All right. There we go.
There, you're back.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to stay on the live broadcast. Right. So, but you're out of here.
Yeah, I've got a Zoom for the day, but shall return.
It was fun spending the whole day with you.
It was fun. It was different. I think that's what screwed things up. It was the whole karma of it all. All right. I will see you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All righty. Just me and you the rest of the way, baby. We got 4 songs. We come back at 9:40. So. Let's see what we got going on. I get fired up about this stuff, but we got to. It's the only way to change things. I'm tired of the excuses here. Oh, we got to give them a chance. No, we know better, man. You're out there shooting people. You know better. Tired of excuse making. What's sad, though, is when we have these young kids, like we were talking about the other day, 16-year-old, 17-year-old getting shot. This is not where our kids' minds are supposed to be. If you're at 16 and 17 in dangerous situations like that, you're living beyond your years, nobody's supposed to go through that, right? Back in the day, it was like if you were never in the military or a police officer, you never saw a shooting. Now, there's a good chance in your life you're going to witness a shooting. There's a good chance of it, or at least an armed robbery, a potential for shooting. It's we blame, but we never blame what's right. It's me. It's you. It's raising our kids wrong. It's our conversations at the dinner table. It's allowing society to break the rule a little bit, bend it. How far can we go? Because everybody's bending the rule a little bit here and a little bit there. Next thing you know, and that's what we're doing. So now we don't know how to control our emotions. We mistake hurt for anger and rage because it's misplaced and we don't understand how to deal with it. We teach our children by our actions and talk of how to act and treat one another. And when you don't get your way, you lash out and hurt people. It's pathetic. Wow. And it's really a waste. I mean, just to me, it's like, what are you doing with your life, right? You're out robbing and stealing and plotting and scheming. And like, what a waste. I mean, if you can be that criminal and successful, imagine how successful and how good you'd sleep at night knowing that you were doing the right things. You could be proud. You could brag about your stuff that you do without flaunting, but you be proud of who you are and what you do. Not criminal activity. That's ridiculous. I have no respect for that. All right. Oh, what a day. I'm having a good day now, though. I'll tell you that. Oh, let's see. CNN, all about the war, Brooklyn subway shooting, Britney's pregnant. Well, let's see. this Gilbert Gottfried passed away. Teen Olympian dies in a training accident. What the hell happened here? Teenager Iya Guzgez, who sailed for Tunisia in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, died in a training accident Sunday. 17 years old, sailing with her twin sister when their boat capsized due to strong winds. Her sister survived. How sad. You never know. We just never know. I mean, we've really got to take that and put it into perspective more. We never know. And we plan. And 17 years old, whole world ahead of her, a lot of opportunity, and just taken. Is it fair? Of course not. But it's the reality. How about we live like we don't know about tomorrow, because we don't, but we get so used to, we know we'll be here tomorrow. I'm healthy. What could ever happen? Well, a plane could crash into the building right now. A car could come through here right now. Somebody could walk in. There's a better chance somebody walk in and shoot me where I sit. We don't know. I got to drive 45 minutes down I-94 in a little bit. That's the most dangerous thing I'll do all day. And I plan on being home to my dogs in a little bit. Could you imagine not getting home? My partner's in Memphis, Tennessee right now. My dogs don't know what's going on. It happens all the time. We see it in rescue stories where the dog's owner or cat's owner passed away, and now the dog's in the shelter going, what happened? They don't even understand. They just know their owner's gone, but they don't understand. We get it. We understand. So let's make use of that and show some gratitude and be happy and grateful for what we have instead of bitching about what we don't have or what they have and what I want, and she did that and he did that and look at them and well. A 17-year-old child loses their life, young adult, in a freak accident. 24-year-old football player loses his life on an expressway in Florida. Who would have thunk, right? We never know. So you go ahead and worry about what the color of their skin is and what gender they are and whose bathroom they're using and why is that boy wearing a pink skirt and why does that girl have her hair cut like a boy? And you go ahead with yourselves, but you're wasting your freaking time, you know? Really. I mean, it's stupid. It's a waste. Still trying to figure out why Dwayne Haskins Jr. was walking, the football player who was killed, on an expressway at 6:30 in the morning. All right, we have 2.5 minutes here and then another song. So we've still got until 9:39, but we're not going anywhere here, so we're good to go. It's young. It should be something to let us have grace in our heart and life and go, hey, life's too short for all this, right? The longer, even like the Will Smith thing, we were talking with comedy and being sensitive and all that. I feel bad for Will Smith. I really believe he's a good guy. I don't believe we're in jeopardy with Will Smith. I wouldn't be uncomfortable in a room with him thinking that he's going to go slap me if I say something out of line according to him. But yeah, he's got to pay for what he did. 10-year ban, I thought that was excessive. He can still be nominated, so 10-year ban. The impact of what he did is more, to me, about the children who watched. Because we, as adults, are supposed to be able to make rational decisions and go, okay, emotions, life issues, everything led up to that. This was the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. But the back and forth everybody has a right to their opinion. There is something to be said for defending somebody. But when you're laying hands on people, no word can allow that. You can call me whatever. It doesn't give me the right to hit you. I can call you whatever. Maybe it's a real unpopular. Maybe it's something that people are just like, you know, you're fired from your job. We don't want you as a friend anymore. You're out of our social circle. You're done. You can't say that. We don't agree. You're gone. But you don't have the right to hit me for it. And that's the thing. Jada Pinkett even says now it was wrong. She wishes it wouldn't have happened. She could have stood up, said something, and the impact would have been greater against Chris Rock. But this is why how we react to things make a big difference. For instance, you call customer service. You went and bought something. It wasn't what you wanted, and you bought it. You get it out of the package. It's broke. Now you got to send it back. You needed it tomorrow morning. Now you're not going to have it. You're pissed. And you call and you start cussing. And what's the first thing they do? Ma'am, please don't talk to me like that. The whole focus now changed from my stuff's broke to don't talk to me like that. Now the focus is no longer on this. Now we have to get through all this first. It's stupid. It's a waste. Oh, wait, we're not on the air. Well, we are, but we're not. Music's playing. You can't hear that. That is pretty annoying, probably, to hear somebody or tap it on the air. Oh, let's see. We are in for a 71-degree day, but gonna rain. Maybe storms. I love a good storm, but I got to go film it tonight, so I don't want it to be stormy tonight because I'll be sitting out there. I do look good in a wet T-shirt, but we got to let the kids play. I think it's lacrosse tonight. You know. 2 minutes to showtime. Oh, one camera's going there. I see the mark on the wall. They traced it out. So starting Monday, maybe even Friday, we may have different camera angles and stuff for you because they're going multimedia. I'm going to try to get them to get a TV with a cable in here too. Put it right up there. Cable TV up in the corner, right where the door on the, you know, when you walk in, the TV will be in that corner. That way we can have the news on. We can be up to date on all things happening so that you can hear about it first. Why am I on the microphone? We're not even on. And you'll hear it first right here. I love getting home after talking about things in the morning. I get home, turn on the news, and they're talking about it. And I go, old news, girl. Get on. 1 minute. Uno minute. Oh, I'm getting my hair did soon. I don't know what I want to do to it, but something's got to give. Getting ready, long. Let's see. We got 40 seconds to come up with what national day it is. I don't even know what that freaking says. National Boring Queeners Day. What the is that? Oh, it's always a house of pain when I'm around. What a morning I've had, but now it's getting better and better. We made it through the storm. Today is National Boring Queeners Day. Has nothing to do with LGBT. Boring Queeners. Recognizes the sacrifices of the Puerto Rican Regiment of the Volunteer Infantry. Today, the regiment is designated the 65th Infantry Regiment of the United States Army. Puerto Ricans fighting for their country, the United States of America. But I don't agree they should be volunteer. Nobody should volunteer to go fight for a country. Pay these people. They deserve it. Full pay. Now, we're going to spend a couple minutes on national days. Scrabble, National Scrabble Day. My mother and I love this game. She loves it more than I do. I like playing it more without her because she wins by 200 points every game. She knows all the two-letter words, Q-I, and all those different words, and I cheat. I use the Scrabble dictionary, and I've got a list of all the two-letter words. So when you get down to the end, you can get rid of all your letters. But today, April 13th, Scrabble Day. Yeah. Originally named Lexico, and then Mosher Butts. Yeah, Alfred Mosher Butts. Eventually settled on the name Scrabble. He was an unemployed architect, developed the word game in the midst of the Depression. Interesting. Pretty fun game. If you've never played it, I like it. You got to know your words, though. You got to know your words. Spelling's important, all that. National Make Lunch Count Day. I think every day should be Make Lunch Count Day, right? It's your midday energy boost, right? You get up in the morning, you have a little something to eat. Lunch, you have something to eat. Dinner, you have something to eat. It's the way we do it. You don't get fat by not eating. Yeah. So, Elon Musk, the big deal with the Twitter. Well, he says he wants free internet, right? He wants to free the internet. But they're afraid what he really wants is just to make it less accountable than it already is. You see, there's this concept in this country called freedom of speech. It's 3 words. Unarguable. 3 words. Freedom of speech. Translation, freedom to speak. You can say whatever you want with repercussions. That's what gets everybody held up. What's acceptable? Everything. What's allowable? Well, that depends on the circles that you walk in. What's acceptable to one group is not acceptable to another. And that's just the basic reality of life, right? No two ways about it. Now, the internet has made us socially aware of so much. It's bad, okay? It's bad to be this aware. We don't need to know of everything going on. We don't need to know. I don't need to know that people just got shot. No kidding. It's America. Well, yeah, it's what we do. You know, but the internet was supposed to be knowledge throughout the world. International network. Hey, they should have named it the internet. They should have said it international network. I think I might sue. The Russian people right now know very little about what's going on in Ukraine. Why? Because Vladimir Putin, the scumbag, the murderer, has blocked their access to the truth, substituting propaganda and lies for the truth. Now, thank God that doesn't happen in a good old America, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Now, years ago, it was assumed that the internet would open up a new area, a new chat rooms and a space to communicate to people we never could before. It was a new era, right? A new era in democracy. We were able to be heard, say what you believe, and hold true to freedom of speech. Well, but now we're finding out it doesn't quite work that way. Just like everything, there's always something in there that's going to jack it up. Well, it happened. So now Elon Musk is bought $2.64 billion of Twitter stock, making him the largest shareholder. So now Twitter announced that they were going to, that Elon Musk is joining the board of directors for Twitter, right? And Musk promised significant improvements on the platform. Sunday evening, though, right, it was announced that Elon would not be joining the board on Twitter. No reason was given, but he didn't plop down $2.64 billion for nothing. If he's not on the board, he's not bound by an agreement in which he pledged to buy no more than 14.9% of their stock. Now, there's no limit on how much he can buy because he's not a board member. He'll buy as much as he can to gain total control. So what is he going to improve? What can we improve, right? Someone has to decide the algorithms and all the platforms, how they're designed, how they evolve, what they reveal, what they hide. It's not always what you see. That's one thing we forget when it comes to this world. It's not always what we see. Sometimes it's what we're not shown that matters. So, what good does it do to spend $2.64 billion? Well, he talks about freedom of speech, but they say it's more freedom of reach. Reaching 80 million Twitter followers without accountability to anyone. So are we mad because he's more rich than we are? Because I don't know that other than that, he's more happy than I am. I'm sure he's a pretty happy dude, but I'm a pretty happy girl. So I wonder if I had enough money to buy Twitter, if I would be happier. Maybe a little. I'm sure I would. Now, you got to remember, because I always say with money comes power. And with power comes great responsibility. But not everybody feels that way, right? Not everybody feels a responsibility because they're rich. Mm-hmm. Now, this is what kills me. This is another part of this we're so sensitive part. this is written, I'm reading this. Musk has never believed that power comes with responsibility. He's been unperturbed when his tweets cause real suffering, in red. During his long and storied history with Twitter, he has threatened journalists and tweeted reckless things. If you're so frail and fragile that a tweet can cause real suffering, get off of Twitter, you lightweight, you thin-skinned pussy cat. Get off of Twitter. Just trying to help you. In March of 2020, Elon tweeted that children were essentially immune to COVID. That's not real suffering. Parents have the right to say, my child will be vaccinated or my child will not be vaccinated. So quit putting this real suffering nonsense on somebody who's stating their opinion, even if it is wrong in yours. Well, they're pushing false information. We all are. We don't want to hear, though, right? Again, some of the information we're not hearing is not because it isn't there. It's because they're not telling it. Perhaps there's a reason. Go ahead and trust anybody. Go ahead. Trust your federal government. Go ahead. Go ahead and trust them. I dare you. You push cryptocurrencies that he's invested in. Why wouldn't you promote something you invest in? You see how, when you break down what people say, you go, how do you remember to breathe? When a college student started a Twitter account to track Musk's private plane, Elon tried to buy him off before blocking him. This is written by a words, as painful as they can be, are not going to cause real suffering from anybody that you don't know. Mother and father, aunt and uncle, brother and sister, we could have a conversation. But words will never hurt me. Physical harm. I'm not talking about, oh, it hurts my feelings when you say I'm ugly. Oh, boo-hoo, he thinks I'm ugly. Oh, pfft. Who cares? It doesn't give us the right to reach out and hurt somebody. Real suffering does not come from teasing, comedy jokes. It comes from bullying, which is excessive, right? If a boy in school likes a girl, it's very normal in those younger years, since we're worried about our first to third graders' sexuality now. It's those years, you know, people go, well, since we're worried about that, why don't we train them in this way? Words, we have to teach our children. Words can hurt, but it doesn't give us the right to lash out. And I don't like the fact that words are hurtful. I'm not saying they're not, but it's up to us to decide how much it hurts, right? What are we doing? Who cares? People, real suffering. Look at Ukraine. That's real suffering, right? You calling me a freak? Whatever. Go F yourself. Cool. We have to stop with this over-the-top sensitivity to everything. It's ridiculous. And I'm not saying words are not impactful, but to say that your tweet is causing real suffering only if I allow myself to suffer from it, right? Your validation of my lifestyle or my validation of your lifestyle is immaterial, irrelevant to anything unless we make it that way, which we like to do. All right, I got a minute 55 to find birthdays because we're going to try to keep up on this, the whole thing, even though my list is nowhere near as good as Bob's. But we're going to give it a whirl anyway. Today, Thomas Jefferson celebrating a birthday. Founding father of our beautiful, beautiful country that is flawed only by its people, not its concept of life, liberty, and justice for all. It's us, the people, that have screwed that up. It's not the concept. This country is beautiful. The concept of this country, nearly perfect. It's we, the people, that have screwed it all up. So blame each and every one of us. We all take responsibility in that one. So happy birthday to Thomas Jefferson. Even before, he went to the College of William and Mary way back in the day. The man died in 1826 at the age of 83. And he died on July 4th. God bless America. What better day for a founding father to die? Maybe that's why we called it Independence Day. Interesting stuff. I would love to go back. We're going to have to start doing like a president segment every Friday or something like that. We'll look at an old president. All the way up to 45. We won't put you through it. We know too much about him, and 46 already. I'm struggling to find a birthday that I know. So I'm going to do my best. Ron Perlman, actor known for playing a menacing demon in Hellboy. He was in Sons of Anarchy. Never watched any of this. But happy birthday to Ron Perlman. Al Green, R&B singer, celebrating a birthday today. Aw, and my birthday music's gone. Al Green. Let's see. We're not going to give up on birthdays yet, though, until we can get through it all. Oh, look at that. We're through it all. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday. If I missed your birthday, it's because we really don't care. We're just killing time. No, just kidding. We do care. I care about everybody until we get behind the wheel. Then it's screw you, get out of my way. Oh, what a world we live in today. So Elon Musk wants a free internet. And I don't mean free as in we're not paying. He wants to free the internet. We're going to free it by making it less accountable. It should be unaccountable. You should be able to say what you want and reap the reward or the price you pay for saying what you say. It's really not that big of a deal. If you don't like what he has to say, don't support it. Don't buy a Tesla. Don't pay $250,000 to go to space on his spaceship. Really simple. Find out the things that he produces and don't buy it. It's that simple. Crazy concept. All right, did we get through everything today? Let's see. Comedy is dead. American dream is dead. Will Smith's career is dead? Not. Oh, we never did talk about the nudist colony. I don't think we need to do that. I think that would be a bad precedent to set. All right, that does it for us today. Thank you for letting us in your house, car, or wherever you were listening. We appreciate it. Very, very much. More than you know. There's so much going on here. The studio's growing, the company's growing, the network is growing, the big things going on. Download the app if you haven't done so today. 93.97 Network. Make sure everything. I mean, it's just a lot going on. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for letting us in your house, car, or wherever you were. And remember, opinions are a dime a dozen. Validation is for parking, and loyalty is not a word. It's a lifestyle. Life is too short to put your key to happiness in someone else's pocket. And in a world where we can be anything, be kind. We have no idea what a kind word or a friendly smile can do to impact someone's day, maybe even change their life forever. Until Friday morning, I'm Sapphire, and on behalf of Bob, who had to leave a little bit early to go to the bathroom probably. No, I'm just kidding. We're out of here. Have a good day. See you Friday. Bye-bye. All righty. That's how that works. Oh, wait. We got 2 comments before we log off here. Let's see what we got cracking here. Grego Strander, Harley. Oh, Harley, I'm sorry. Hey, I don't know if you're still with us or not, but hi, Harley. Sorry about that. Greg, always a pleasure to see you. Good morning, my friend. Happy Scrabble Day. Happy Doomsday. Happy Elon Musk Day. Happy Get a Life Day. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk with you soon. We're working on things for the broadcast, what we're doing the live broadcast for in the song break here. Things going on, so we keep your attention. We don't lose you. But all right, have a great day until Friday. Bye-bye.